Be a top 7 team in defense. If I'm not mistaken, the last few championship winning teams were all what, top 10 in
Yep,
defense?
they were.
Yep. So we also have to I moved too fast. Whoops. There we go. All right.
Gotcha. Move too fast.
And we also have to up our free throw percentage. And one of the major things is we got to start moving the ball and limit ISO situations. I think when we move the ball, the team is extremely dangerous. You got guys like Quentin Grimes. When people are trying to close out, he can either knock down the three or he can put the ball on the floor and make something else happen. So same thing with a guy like Emmanuel Quickly. If we keep the ball moving and keep defenders guessing, it really opens up a lot of things for this team. And then you add the fact that you have a guy like Josh Hart who's great at cutting. If we stop getting so ISO heavy, I think you're going to see that a lot of these wins we're getting are going to be a lot easier. And we have the talent to do so. We got good passes. Jalen Brunson, he's a solid passer. Julius Randle, we get on him. He's a decent passer when he has his head up and he makes a quick decision. Same thing with Emmanuel Quickly. RJ Barrett, he's shown to be a decent playmaker when he runs that second unit. So just stop trying to go so ISO heavy and just trust your teammates. We see this camaraderie being built in that locker room. Just continue to trust your guys out there and move the rock.
Yeah, that, and they have to anticipate. We know the recipe that's coming our way, folks, in these critical games in the season, and especially when it comes playoff time. They're going to throw length at Jalen Brunson. They're going to be a long defender on him. They're going to double Randall, and they're going to make RJ shoot from the outside. And worst case scenario, they're going to pack the paint and make this whole team shoot from the outside. Mm-hmm. So we know Jalen could drop them. That's why hitting those shots are huge. But really, one of the biggest things is that first bullet point, folks. The Tibbs minutes management. I can't get it. It's etched in my brain 2 years ago of watching Randall, watching D Rose and a few of the other guys. They were just exhausted. They had nothing left for that Atlanta series. And so please, man, sometimes things happen. So maybe you feel a little more secure with Sims coming in there. And then, so you have three guys keeping them fresh at the 5 position. You have Josh Hart now, and please bring down those minutes so we're a lot fresher when it comes. And like we have here, hey, the defending champions, Golden State Warriors, have a 12-man rotation. And like we said, it doesn't have to be 10 minutes, and it could be 4 minutes. And sometimes that's the difference between Julius having something left in the tank in crunch time or not. So Tibbs minutes management is going to be critical. And Keith already brought up, some of our concerns of his historical lack of mid-game adjustments in key games, especially in playoffs. So hopefully having, he has two coaches on that court now. He has Brunson and he has Josh Hart. Josh is his nickname is Josh Barkley. He will be barking at his teammates, telling them their defensive rotation, where you're supposed to be. No, I got him. Go there. So as long as he can keep those guys fresh, and we just saw the stats on defense. We're there, folks. With Mitch coming back and us just being tighter on our switches and stuff like that, and also whomever's not playing well. So if RJ's not matching up well, got to bench him. You have it. You have the other guys that could cover for him, and it's nothing against RJ. It's about us being a winning team. So if he can't play the defense we need for a stop, then hopefully Tibbs is going to, and he's shown he is willing to do that. So that ISO point that you said, that's going to be, hopefully those guys will be moving the ball. And like we said, we don't want a 3-point shot. We want an open 3-point shot. We want the best shot. So keep moving that ball for that. And God willing, everything, like we said, will peak at the right time, and that we're going into the playoffs with that, that New York look on our face, like we're about to beat your ass. Come on, bring it.
Yeah, Nick Yak says a 9-man rotation with only one player in top 25 in minutes, and we are winning. Tibbs is not going to an 11-man rotation. I wouldn't say it has to be 11-man per se, but there's times where Tibbs says these players are situational, and then there's situations where you can use them to benefit the team and you don't use them. I think what we're trying to say is, if you want to have the tighter rotation, 9-man rotation, that's cool. But if there's a situation that presents itself where you can put in a guy like a Deuce, maybe you want to, put in Fournier for a 3-point shooting situation where at least you match up correctly and expand the rotation as needed. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to go crazy and go up and down the rotation and have everybody playing 10, 15 minutes or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Just use them in situations where they can help this team out. And I think if he does that, we're going to find ourselves in a lot of games where we'll be able to win.
Yeah, and also minutes allocation. Maybe you don't play Julius the whole third quarter. So he doesn't have anything. So, maybe you have the same minutes, but break them up a little differently so there's something left in the tank. We have another super chat.
Yep, from Paris Thugger. Thank you for the support. Says, and advance the ball up quickly. Advance the ball up court quickly for easy opportunities. Yeah, we got to push the pace. We showed the stats. The team is still towards the bottom of the league in terms of pace. I think with the way this team is situated now, with a guy like Josh Hart who can push the ball up the court, Manuel quickly, Hart, he's a good passer. He can outlet and things like that. We should be pushing the ball up a little bit more quickly.
Yeah. Hi, Parrish. Hope all is well with you and the family. But that's a great observation. Last game against the Hawks, we had 30 fast break points. I know that the Knicks, we had 17 against the Utah, 18 fast break points against the Jazz. We only had 10 against the Nets. But that's a nice trending up, so I agree with you. And also on that second team, Parrish, I really like iHeart's long passes to get the team going in transition, keep his head up and get those guys running, man.
He's like our little version of Kevin Love with the outlet passes.
Yep.
Once again, thank you for the support. We really do appreciate it. Let's jump into the next slide now. So we're still going to do some more comparison between this team and the 2021 Knicks. And we said the 3-point percentage, something that has to be, increased. And I know a lot of people might look at it and say 38% might be a little bit too much. But look at what this team shot in 2020, 2021 when we went to the playoffs. You had Derrick Rose shooting 41.1% from the 3-point line. You had RJ shooting 40.1% from the 3-point line. You had Bullock, Randall, and Burks all shooting over 41%. If you can round Burks up to 42%. And then you had IQ, who was shooting right around 39% from 3. Now you look at what we're shooting this year. You have Brunson, who's leading the pack at 41.1% from 3. But he's the only guy that's above 35%. You got RJ at 32.3. Grimes at 34.8. Randall, 33.8. J Hart, 34.1, and then you got IQ at 35.2. So we need this team to start knocking down their 3-point shots if you want to make some noise in the playoffs. I think we can continue to shoot like this and still be solid for the rest of the season. But if we really want to make some noise come playoff time and see how far we can go, we're gonna need these guys to have an uptick in their 3-point shooting.
We're really confident with Hart, Mitch coming back, and just the team meshing together. You see them liking each other, that we're going to be cool on defense. But like he said, if we want to, scare the shit out of this league, first round, possibly second round, it's the 3-point. We thought just visually we talk about, but sometimes when you see, it's like, whoa, wow, I knew that we did well, but so it's really, like we said, smart shots, get those shots, and if they start falling, wow, we're going to be having some great Sports Vibe TV shows going forward, folks. Hey, by the way, where's the place to be?
Sports Vibes TV. You already know.
That's a Snapple fact.